We don't say Rome, no, we say Roma. Founded by Princess Marcella Borghese.
She was the princess of the royal family. If you took care of your skin, then you felt beautiful from the inside out.
I can only start with 3 products. The 3 products you have to start with.
Oh, the must-have starter.
In every meeting, I want you to say one thing.
As South Africa, as Africans, do you think we're in a good place when it comes to marketing in relation to the rest of the world?
Good morning, welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell. Today you are coming with me to MC the launch of a brand new Italian skincare brand, very fancy. I unfortunately missed getting my products, so I'll only get to interact with them when I get there. The dress code is Italian chic, and we're going to Dehoek Country Estate, which is just a 5-star hotel. That's where it's happening. And my client happens to be my Miss South Africa client. This is her event that she's doing, so I'm quite excited to go through and do that this morning. And then when we're done, there is an IMC Conference. It's like a marketing conference that 702 is doing an outside broadcast at. Now, I'm technically not on air today, but I am going to be doing pre-recorded interviews with some of the speakers. So it's going to be a fantastic day. And the reason I'm in such good spirits, even though I'm underslept, is because tomorrow I'm going on holiday off the radio. Wah! What the hell? Sorry, somebody was closing the garage. Okay, it's time for us to bounce. The setting is so appropriate. Who's moving in here with me? Thank you. I've already chosen room number 1. Thank you very much. But this is so appropriate for this particular launch today, as we are welcoming Borghese home officially. Now, if you don't know, and I know that the stories will continue this morning, this is actually where we are at Dehoek, Borghese's very first home. So it was only appropriate that we are here. But let me introduce myself. My name is Relebohile Maboja, and I'm going to be your program directress for this morning. Or as others say, mistress of ceremonies. Are all your glasses charged? There are so many things to celebrate, so a few housekeeping rules. The ladies and gents bathrooms are through this center door, and you can ask any of the staff to direct you. We've got a drinks cart that is at the back there. It looks like a photo booth, but there are drinks there as well. So when you're done taking pictures, turn around and make your order. You can have non-alcoholic for those of you that don't believe in drinking before 12, but it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Correct. It only makes sense. Borghese is a name that is just synonymous with Italian elegance and nobility. As you can see, we don't say Rome, no, we say Roma. Please, can we do it? It's not I was in Rome. I was in Rome. Che Roma. Ne? Roma. Say it with me. Roma. Roma. Italiano. Now we are in the spirit. Now this brand is just so synonymous with Italian elegance and nobility, founded by Princess Marcella Borghese in Roma in 1957. Inspired by her illustrious family heritage and tranquil Tuscan spa retreats, Princess Marcella aimed to bring royal treatments and spa experiences directly into your home. Now, this vision materialized with the creation of skincare products based on Italian craftsmanship and nourishing recipes for healthy skin. Each product in this range is meticulously formulated with rich botanicals inspired by Italy's verdant landscapes and infused with modern scientific advancements. Because we are in the era of being very conscious, we don't just want products that smell good, we want products that make us feel good and that we know are good for our skin. We don't just want healthy looking skin, we want healthy skin. Hence, I'm so happy that there is a doctor in the building to put her official stamp of approval, and she'll be chatting to us in a moment.
After 67 years, where did it begin? It began with this incredibly brilliant, game changer, and trailblazer female founder, Princess Marcella Borghese. So for those of you that are history buffs and those that are not, I'll be happy to share with you a little history. First of all, she was the princess of the royal family in Italy. So she had beautiful, beautiful gardens. She had aspirations of helping children and orphanages. She was really spent her time in nonprofit and humanitarian. And as she traveled throughout Italy, she was very perplexed by not having the ability to have great skincare at home. She had access to everything all the world, Europe and Italy could give her, but she was really shocked that we didn't have these great botanical ingredients at home every day. So she spent some time studying Italian botanical ingredients, her garden, her flowers, really looking at across Italy where she could find the best ingredients, the best in formulations to create a beautiful brand. And she coined the phrase the at-home spa. So we look at 67 years ago, we talk about at-home spa and skin health and wellness from the inside out, but she was really a trailblazer in this. She really did believe that every single woman should have access to great quality skincare at home every single day, and that if you took care of your skin, then you felt beautiful from the inside out. I'd like to introduce my favorite partner, the most incredible woman, Dr. Grace.
I'm a burn and reconstructive surgeon. So what I do is I work with skin, but I work with skin even deeper than, the most dermatologists, because I have worked a lot of skin. I've used artificial skin. I have grown my own skin cells, so I know skin more than I know everything else. And one important thing we should know about skin is that skin is the first thing we see. Skin has several functions, but it has an aesthetic function, and that's the first thing you see. And I always tell my clients that it's the first thing people see before you open your mouth.
If any of you have any questions, you have the team behind us, those that are distributing. We have the doctor herself, udokotela. In South Africa, when you're a doctor, we say udokotela. Right? So if you want to ask around the science of it, and then we also have in terms of the operations. So I think I'll kickstart our Q&A, and any questions that you have, we will take them from you. We do have some prizes up for grabs. Participation vibes,
I have a question.
Oh, yes! Leandri Durant?
I do.
Yes, what is your question and who is it directed to?
Anyone that wants to answer, but
Yes.
let's say I can only start with 3 products in the range. It's the only thing I can afford. I'm 24 or whatever. Maybe you're 36 and you can only afford it. Doesn't matter. But the 3 products you have to start with.
Oh, the must-have starter. Lovely one.
So I think with skincare, there's a lot of missed messages out there in media. So we spend a lot of time, whether we want 15 steps or 2 steps. The reality is skincare, like Dr. Grace has educated all of us, is to stick with the routine. A proper cleanser is key. If you don't start off with a proper cleanser, you've already started to strip the stratum corneum, and you've already started to cause trauma to the skin. So a really good cleanser, it allows you to actually remove impurities, pollution, and any makeup that you use or debris, but at the same time there's no stripping. So when you look at a cleanser, make sure it has nourishment and it purifies. A lot of times you'll see purify, oil-free, taking out oils, but you have to put something back. Otherwise what's happened is then the skin is stripped and you're drying out. So now your serum has a hard time working. And then always use some type of vitamins. So think about serums as your vitamins. Your vitamins and your moisturizer is your water. You need a serum to be your vitamins. It delivers a concentrated benefit. We love our serums. We have a great Aqua Restorativa. It's an amazing serum. It delivers hydration. We have Dr. Grace and I's favorite, which is launching today, which is the retinol night oil.
Oh, nice.
Is delicious. We know retinol is really a game changer for building collagen. The scaffolding in the skin, which I'm not going to even begin to talk about what Dr. Grace talks about, that's really important, and a moisturizer. But then at the end of the day, we really do believe in multi-masking. This has been going on, our brand has been doing this for over 67 years. We have a proven track record that if you can actually take the time, 2 to 5 minutes, once or twice a week, ideally 2 to 3 times a week, and use a multi-mask, that's why Fango's so easy. You can use on the face, The décolletage, the bum, it's the original bum cream, by the way.
Nice.
Don't tell the S word. It's the original bum cream. The feet, the elbows, because it delivers nourishment but also detoxifies as well. So if you can build a basic regimen, a cleanser, a good vitamin, serum, moisturizer, and then a mask, that's all you need.
I'd like to give a big thank you to the Borghese US team for coming through and for launching. A big round of applause to all of you. Off to the next one. We have just arrived in Sandton. I did a change. We're at my second engagement of the day, so I'm going to be doing pre-recorded interviews for 702 at the IMC Conference. And I'm going to be chatting to some people who did presentations, and they're going to be sharing with us what they were presenting about. I'm looking forward to this because obviously media, marketing, same WhatsApp group. Let's go chat to some people. My question is, how do you build that trust in your voice? Because it does get tricky along the way when the people around you are like, are you sure you want to go in that direction? Or I'm not sure I like it. How do you build the muscle of trust in your own voice and actually build the muscle of your voice and having it be heard and have it matter for you and for others?
I think that's such a beautiful question, and it's actually like the way you said, like your muscle is how I meet especially. And one of the things I always say to them is I challenge you in every meeting. I want you to say one thing. Every meeting.
That's a lot.
I want you to say at least one thing. But you know what happens? So first of all, they learn their voice in saying one thing. Two, they learn that even if they say something that like everyone thinks is dumb, like no one cares, like forget it the next day. And then they build the muscle. Like I always say, like if you're going to train for comrades, you don't just walk out and go to a comrade, right? You're going to train and put it. So for me, that's saying one thing and at least one thing in a meeting builds your muscle to be able to understand your own voice, to have the confidence to speak, even when people around you are looking at you going, what is this person saying? So for me, that's how you do it. And then at some stage, it will connect, it will click, you'll realize just how confident you end up becoming. I think feedback is a gift, actually. And maybe I'll talk about feedback in two ways. I'll talk about it as I became a category director for Unilever, the tea category for South Africa. I was 25 years old. And one of the things that I got feedback on was that I need to learn to manage my emotions. So if I'm in a really...
I'm already on the defense.
Exactly.
I need to manage
my emotions. And I'm 25, right? So valid. That's already what I'm thinking. But what my boss at that time, Hamkhusens, he was saying, when you're in a good mood, the room is in a good mood. When you're in a bad mood, the room is in a bad mood. Now, as a leader, you can't be like that. You have to be able to regulate yourself and stuff. That feedback was the best feedback I ever received in my career. And luckily enough, I got it at a very young age as a leader.
How can all of us as South Africans empower our inner marketers? Because on any day of the week, you find yourself needing to sell yourself, and whether it's getting your husband's attention, getting the barman to look at you first, or just getting a new job or trying to find employment. In so many ways, we are our own marketers.
Yeah.
You know, so how can we empower our inner marketing managers or marketing executives for ourselves and our lives?
So it's about knowing yourself and who you are, right? Like any brand, like if you think of, so Nedbank, like our brand essence is money experts who do good. So we want to use our financial expertise to make a positive impact in the world. Do you know what your brand essence is, who you stand for?
I feel attacked. Because I don't know the answer. So who do I stand for?
What do you stand for?
Okay, that's a good question. So for me, my go-to is always I stand for women empowerment. Like that's always been my thing. I'm always looking for, you know, how can we put equity for women, not just equality? Where the women in the room? Are you hiring women? So I think that's what now I'm questioning myself. I need to think. I need to exercise my voice muscle.
Do you know what I love about what you've said is it's probably the outcome of who you are. So you still need to go, I think, a little bit deeper to understand why women empowerment is important for you. That's just
Because I never felt heard.
Exactly, right. Like, so when you start building that. Like for me, I was always like in my career. So I'm a banking executive, right? But I walk into Group Exco wearing sneakers and all of that. So my biggest value is authenticity. And as I was coming up in my career, people were trying to change me because they were like, you can't be an executive and appear like
but
this.
But who said though that you
exactly,
can't be,
right? So for me, my biggest thing was about, I know that my biggest value is authenticity, and that's how I'm going to show up. Anything else that I then do around it is about building my authentic self.
Tell us one of the most important lessons you teach your students.
You know, the ability to believe in yourself. We undermine that part because we expect, first of all, our parents to consistently tell us that you're great, which sometimes might not happen. So I always say to them, yes, you are in the university, you are being taught, but most importantly, every day you're getting a cultivation of skills, right, and talent that no one can actually take away from you. So the end goal is 4 years, the certificate, but you have talent, so you got to believe in that talent, because there ain't no way we spend 3 years, you know, educating you, and then you still don't believe what you have to take into the world. So it really is more of a motivation. I think the theory is quick, it's easy, they can just learn it, but it's more the self-empowerment that I constantly try and cultivate. Understand and believe it, you really are good.
As South Africa, as Africans, do you think we're in a good place when it comes to marketing in relation to the rest of the world?
I think we're in an extraordinary place. We've always been admired, actually, for our marketing and advertising, and nothing has changed.
We are very creative.
Yes, no, there's no doubt. And in fact, Steve Barreto is about to present the closing presentation. He is a legendary businessman and creative person from Nigeria. He is the only person from West Africa who has ever won a Cannes award.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so he's about to go up to close off, and I couldn't think of a better way to do that, just entrenching Africa's spot on the planet as a leader.
Final words and thoughts to all the 702 listeners.
It has been fantastic interacting with you. Please consider marketing as a career. If you're a business person, make sure your marketing people are treated as part of the C-suite.
There we go. Marketing advertised beautifully by the CEO of IMC, Dehoek, and we hope to be back together again next year.
We'll be back.